Good morning, everyone. You are on Margaret Penard's channel. That's me. Welcome to Booktube. And it is the first Friday of February 2024. So we're cooking up some productivity. First Friday and final Friday, I host productivity streams, which just means I have 3 or 4 quiet work sessions where it's called body doubling, which means we're sort of sitting, making sure we sit down, do a thing together. I am a historical fiction and speculative fiction author, and sometimes I'm writing, sometimes I'm reading, and like all of you, sometimes I am getting chores done during these. So anyone is welcome to come and sit by the fire, and I use a little timer that that will remind me when the time is up, and then we just sort of report out what we did for accountability purposes. So it's very exciting that it's February, because that means the readathon that I host is finally here, Black Author Tuber Readathon, which is just my attempt at getting people to pay attention to. You know, there's so many books out there, but we have friends who are Black authors on YouTube, and so it's a good excuse to look at some of their books and put them on your TBR for the month. And you've got an extra day to read them because it's a leap year, so yay February. I have finished one, which was a short read, and I finished a second one today, which was another short read. So I am maybe a third of the way through a third book, which is full length and very cool. So the first one was Snapshot of Love by Deidre Ann Anderson, and that was a quick, steamy romance. And then the second one was a contemporary romance with a little bit of supernatural, which is The Cupid Mix-Up by Leslie Penelope. So cute. And the one that I'm partway through is not a Black author tuber book, but a Black author book, and it's called Against the Current by Olivia Matthews. It was on a list, and it's a cozy culinary. So I haven't done that subgenre before, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. So I'm enjoying my reading this month. Yeah, this is the one, Against the Current. It's a bakery mystery cozy. So that's the one I'm currently on. What about you guys? So I do have the wrong banner. Let's make that first Friday. Let me know what you're reading. And there we go. We'll just put that as a scroller while I set up for our first productivity sprint. Paget is here. Hello. She's saying, oh yay, G-Hog Day. I've never seen that abbreviated like that. Yeah, Groundhog Day. Groundhogs Day? I wasn't sure. I've done a couple posts on this and I didn't look it up. I think we're kind of over celebrating this as a thing. It's a nice folklore tradition, which reminds me there's Folklore February also going on. I think I've got 2 crossovers between this and my readathon, so that's fun. Jim is here to say good day. And current reads, Jim is reading The Highgate Cemetery Murder by Irina Shapiro. Okay, I'm getting the vibe that that's not a cozy mystery, but Highgate Cemetery, I've definitely read books that are partly set there. I've been there. I don't think I've been there. Very nice, very nice. So let's go ahead and get our timer ready. I'm using Jacqueline Kirk's Fairy Tale Cottage because I thought that would be nice. Oh, and he's giving us some Georgian. Also reading. Nice. I loved the Istanbul tag you put up recently, and it may have been the inspiration for the cookbook that I got yesterday, which was an Istanbul recipes cookbook with all the photos that I recognize and all the food words that I recognize. It was a walk down memory lane. So maybe I'll even be able to make simit soon, which would be very exciting. All right, so anyone coming in, welcome. first Friday productivity stream. Let's go jump into our first sprint, and it'll be 20 minutes. I'll mute myself and I will see you at the end, and then we can hopefully report back that we got something done. So have fun, and talk to you in 20 minutes. Well done. Okay, good. It stopped. Oh, right. Back to the usual here. So, first sprint is done. First 20 minutes of trying to be productive. How did you do? What did you read? If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like productivity streams. We had some chat and people. So I was asking Jim's books, reading and stuff. I thought it was funny. I don't know if it was your recent tag or something different where you said something about the title of your channel. And yeah, reading books would have been easier for the order of the title or something. But we were talking about the Highgate Cemetery mystery. Irina Shapiro has written a lot of books in a short time. She seems to have a book out every month. Wow. This one is out on Leap Day, 29 February. Well, that's cool. R.C. Scott dropping in to say hello. Pat's Novel Adventures 2. Hello. So excited. I finally cut some sprints with you. Yeah. Pat is working on some tasks on her to-do list. Excellent. Me too. So here's the thing. Like, I've got, the big calendar feature and use that to plan videos and also like a longer term planning. But then like I've gotten this crop of like little pieces of paper that like just accumulate like tribbles. That's 3. There's 4. It's getting out of control. So that's what I'm trying to consolidate today. And I'm putting it in my journal. So I'm like checking things off as I go. I got a pretty good start today with small tasks for like feeling like I'm getting stuff done. And yeah, so I already mentioned the Black AuthorTuber Readathon. I've got my eye on the March Readathon because, we're living in the future. Lisa in Bookland just dropped her video about the prompts since she's going to be a co-host this year. And there's a prompt that says do something with the number 7, like published in the year 7, read it on the 7th day, anything with the number 7. And funnily enough, I had 7 sales in January through Draft to Digital, which is a good an increase, which is exciting. And I've also got 7 book mail patrons for February. So I always send out my postcards at the first week. And so yeah, so I've got 7 instead of 6 today to work on, which is exciting. Barry Laurie came in and said, "Hey friend, at work, so he's being paid to be productive." Well, that is the dream. That is the dream, Barry. And then we've got Additionally Writes dropping in. Hi. Welcome. So yeah, lucky number 7. And what else is going on? I told you about my reads for the February readathon so far. I did mention Folklore February and that I have 2 possible crossovers. So as soon as I get my first 3 books read for Black AuthorTubers, I'm going to go into the next tranche of Black AuthorTubers. And I think there's 1 that qualifies for Folklore there. And then the next tranche of 3, if I get that far, has another one that qualifies for February Folklore. So very exciting. Yeah. I've also got some climb-a-thon books, and I've got a Patreon book club book. So yeah, exciting stuff. All right, let me change out my banner and my timer and get ready for the next one. Timer. Getting ready for everybody. 15. Yes. All right. Yeah. Of course. And I don't know if you saw our kickoff, but we had a really good um, qualifier for folklore, which was TJ Young and the Orishas. And it's a YA fantasy that brings in African folklore of the Orishas. And I think you'd enjoy it. So you might want to put that on your TBR. It's by Antoine Bandele. So, if you want to recommend that to anyone, it looks really cool. And yeah. All right. So what am I doing in the next one? I did planning and consolidation in the first sprint. What do we want to do for the second sprint? I feel like I deserve some reading then. I think I'm going to read during the second sprint. Oh no, we've got some inconsistencies. The protagonist drops the poppies in the cemetery, but it's November. Poppies are a spring, early summer flower. Maybe they're the paper kind for remembrance? Because everybody does that now in England, I notice. In the UK, actually. I don't know. I can hope. All right, so let's dive in because I want to reward myself. I will get 20 minutes for our second sprint here coming up. And yeah, so I will mute myself. Feel free to tell us what you're working on, and I'll see you in 20 minutes. What happened to my setup? StreamYard's being weird. Stop. Okay, there we go. All right, mute myself and see you in 20 minutes. Time's up. All right, so I got one little scrap of paper able to be thrown away. That's not a great record. Oh well. I'm trying to figure out which order to read books in. So I did reward myself during that sprint with like a couple chapters of Against the Current by Olivia Matthews reading. So that's good. And then I was going back to like how I'm going to read things in order for this month for buddy reading and everything. And speaking of buddy reading, Leslie is here from Bookskers and Purrs. She said, love the slow jam. Yeah, it's fun. It's one of the copyright-free music choices from YouTube. I downloaded it and uploaded it back on StreamYard for yeah, sprints like this. It's called Communicator. Interesting. Yeah. How you doing with the reading, Jim? I hope there's no more inconsistencies. But yeah, Leslie's here, and then Kat said, I'm eating lunch, red beans, and brown rice. That is a twist on the classic. I like it. What else have I got done? Okay, so you know how I was talking about tranches of reading? So I finished Snapshot of Love by Skye Warren. I finished The Cupid Mix-Up by L. Penelope. And the next one, I think is going to be Speed of My Heart by T.L. Russ. I need to purchase that. And then I may be going into a folklore one. I've also got research books from the library I need to read, and the Patreon book club on audio that I need to read. There's a lot going on. I don't have a climb-a-thon, I should say, pick for this month yet. Okay, so I have my climb-a-thon stack. Maybe you guys can help me. And I just divided it into books with green on the cover that I can use for one of the prompts in the Irish Readathon, and no green on the cover. So, like, maybe I'll choose one of these for February for Climb-a-thon. I've got a book I just got from my friend for Christmas, which is the 28 Precepts for Indigenous Voices. I've got a Rebecca Solnit that's been on my TBR a long time, A Paradise Built in Hell. I've got another not TBR. Yeah, owned for a long time and I haven't read, which is Fugitive Denim, which I think actually came out of my dad's academic office by Rachel Louise Snyder. It's an old one. I don't know why he would have had that, but then I've got Fiction, Cli-Fi, Once There Were Wolves, which I think Jim really liked, by Charlotte McConaughey, and Waiting for the Night Song by Julie Carrick Dalton. Hefty hardcover books that I won't be taking with me to travel. So we'll see if I read any of those for Climb-a-thon early in February. I've got so many choices. I've got books that I'm currently reading that are not related to anything, just fun books I picked up. Hard to choose, right? So red beans and brown rice. Yeah. It's a good eating day. I had a nice, salty oat cookie with my tea for breakfast. Jim says, I'm enjoying the book, just small details distract me. Fair enough. Kat saying, do you film live on your phone, iPad, or laptop? This is my laptop. So, yeah. And I've got 3 other profiles open. And this profile that I'm streaming in has, let's count how many tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. 30 tabs open. So all I get is the logo of the site to be able to find what that tab is about. I only have 1 laptop screen. I don't have the fancy 2-screen setup some people do. So yeah, I try to consolidate tabs. Maybe I'll do that for the next sprint. Yeah, Jim says, Once There Were Wolves was great. And you're not the only person to say so. Maybe I should put that on my list. I just had a post go up about wildlife in fiction. So yeah, this would be a good one for that. Oh, I'm so clear. Yes, it is a Mac. Yeah, it's about a year old, I think. And it's I don't know what it's called. Whatever the pricier model was. I've tried an AirBook and yeah, it didn't really work out. Yeah. But it's Friday, it's Groundhogs Day. We've covered readathons, we've covered current reads. I'm going to pick up a dozen eggs tomorrow. It's farmer's market tomorrow. You guys have any weekend plans? I'd be happy to hear because get excited about the weekend. A lot of people. A lot of people do. For me, it's just another work day. So my off days are more like Monday and Thursday. Kat is researching for a new Mac laptop. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, this one's working out pretty well. The only thing is I'm having issues with FaceTime. And it works on the old computer, so it's definitely the computer, and there's no updates to do. It's just having problems. So, I don't know. Jim says, teaching tomorrow, just another work day for me too. Yeah. When I was teaching English, Saturdays and Sundays were like the full day because people who were learning language on the side only had the weekends. And so you'd have 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon, and it was a really draining day, Saturdays and Sundays. And during the weekdays, it was just private students and like one evening class. It was like a 3-hour slot. So it was much lighter. So, yeah. Oh, the days. Kat is got a sprint stream tomorrow, 2 hours tomorrow morning with Lori for the Mardi Gras readathon, then hanging out at home. It's supposed to be a rainy day. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Mardi Gras readathon. I hadn't seen that one. Very cool. What's the theme? Is it like color related or like crew related? My knowledge of Mardi Gras is rather scant. So I don't know what the readathon would be focusing on. King cake? I mean, that would be a popular choice, I'm sure. What else? What am I going to work on for the next one? Some of these tabs I just can't consolidate because I have to keep monitoring, which bugs me. I can't cancel the task. All right, so let's not focus on that. I've got social media posts to plan for. I'll work on that. Yeah, I'll schedule some social media posts for my absence. I've got a trip planned February 21 to 28th where I'm going to the UK. I still don't have any accommodations booked because no one will reply to me. So that's a little worrying. That's some of my open tabs. I don't know what to do about that. Usually people will get back to me. And this is like 3 places that are no's or just like into the ether. So yeah. I need 3 places. And yeah, I need to nail that down. It's getting uncomfortably close, 3 weeks away. But yeah, so let's work on social media posts because I will be going abroad and not doing lives for a little bit. Yes. This is my reward trip for hitting 1,000 before Christmas. So what I'm planning is landing in London, staying for a night, going up to Glasgow, then to Ayrshire, staying 2 nights there by the coast, back to Glasgow for 2 nights, and then 1 night in London before I head out. So it's basically a week. Because I can't really leave the cat alone longer than that because I don't want him to develop long-term symptoms of, I don't know, withdrawal. My cat sitter said he got progressively needier when I was gone a week the last 2 times. So I don't want to chance it. And I don't want to be a burden to the cat sitter because they're being nice instead of paying hundreds of dollars for someone to take care of the cat. So yes, that's what we're working with. Thank you. All right. Well, let's set up for the next one. Let me switch out my question and get a timer ready. 3rd sprint coming up. All right, timer. I'm gonna have to check this myself because I didn't see anything on Twitter about the groundhog in a shadow. So if it's raining where Cat is, then that means there's no sun, no shadow, which means spring is on the way, right? Because if it's sunny, you're gonna have another snow dump. So it was sunny here this morning, so I think we're gonna get another snow dump. All right, we're gonna go with a Laura Nettles timer for the next sprint of 20 minutes. So I'll go ahead and mute myself, pop this up, and see you in 20 minutes. Minus 2 seconds, because I wasn't fast enough. milestone. Congratulations. There we go. That was our third sprint. I think we'll do one more, but just have it be 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I was in the wrong layout. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Keeping up with everything. Yep. So we were talking about Punxsutawney Phil and the Groundhog misadventure. Apparently we're gonna have an early spring because Phil did not see his shadow. Yes. So we were talking about Phil the Groundhog for Groundhog's Day. Yeah, probably Phil the 10th by now. Emma came in right after we were doing that, and I didn't notice because I was focused on being productive. Sorry. Hey, Emma. I was working on social media scheduling, and I've got 3 tweets scheduled for the beginning of the week. I'm going to be gone, so that's good. Basically, I'm combing older videos and doing like fun revisits of some of my first videos, which are embarrassing, I'm sure. But yeah, kind of funny. And I'm going to hit the like button, which is lovely. Appreciate it. Paget Farmer came back to say, thinking about doing Valentine's on Mardi Gras, which I love. But the engineer is like insistent on calling it Fat Tuesday, which I feel is judgy, first of all. You don't know that Tuesday's struggles. Funny, funny. And then he's like, find something for Carnival. And I'm like, no, Mardi Gras, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I understand these are different names related holidays. Oh, okay. But do I live with a Mardi Gras denier? I don't know. That's a whole internal debate that I don't think I really understand. Yeah, and Mardi Gras sounds better than Fat Tuesday. Agree. Carnival, I don't know when. Doesn't that take place on the same day? Just different country tradition? Yeah, nice. So yeah, that's what I got done. We got some work done on my chosen task. How about you guys? Anyone else paying attention to the groundhogs? We have a Princess Luna Nightshade. Hi. Cool icon. It's pretty. And Jim says in the UK it's Shrove Tuesday, which you get pancakes for and you have silly races about. Am I right? I mean, that sounds pretty good. I had pancakes yesterday that I made, and this is where my thriftiness comes into play. I'd gotten a couple of desserts when I was feeling really bad about life. They came with these like sauces because when you get them at the restaurant, they put it in a reduction or a sauce or whatever they call it. So they included those in little containers, and I didn't bother putting them on the plate with the dessert, with the cake and the cheesecake, but I put them on my pancakes. It was delicious. It was like a caramel sauce and a chocolate sauce. And I was like, yes, on pancakes. Why not? So I thought that was rather well engineered, if Paget doesn't mind my using her word. Emma is here. She's doing well. Good. Your phone survived the dunking is the last I saw. So that's good. That's very good news. Princess Luna had pancakes as well. They're so good, right? Pancake day, pancake Reese's. I just remember, and it's because I bookmarked it and shared it as like a little historical tidbit. There was like a 1930s black and white photo of people with spatulas running, trying not to drop pancakes. It's kind of like an egg spoon race or whatever. It was pretty fun. It's a good tradition. English pancakes are thin like crepes. Pancakes. You don't call them pancakes, right? So what I see as like small pancakes are called drop scones in Scotland. I don't know what they're called in England. But in Scotland, there's also something. So we have a nickname for pancakes in some places some parts of the country called flapjacks, because you flip them, right? But flapjack in Scotland is like a granola-y sort of trail bar, but in a like brownie format. So you eat it like from a tin. All these confusions. And whenever I want to think of what that's called, because I had it when I went on a trail hike on the Isle of Mull, and it was really good, I can never remember the name. I'm like, it's the one that means something in America, but different. And I'm like, I can't think of that word, flapjack. So I've just thought of it, and I'm very happy. Thank you, Jim, for facilitating that. Oh, there you go. Okay, so drop scones are called Scotch pancakes. That makes sense. In England, Scotch pancakes are chunkier. And then English pancakes are like crepes. Okay, got it. Yeah, it's like fascinating. Food is fascinating, isn't it? I mean, it is to me. I have so many historical cookbooks. In fact, one of my little treats to myself recently was a few used cookbooks. I was looking for a couple recipes for like just regular chicken thighs for one, and what was the other one? I don't remember what the other one was now, but I was going through my cookbooks and I was like, I used to have a lot of cookbooks and do lots of cooking and be very creative. And the last couple years, it's just been like survival cooking and classics. And I've whittled down my cookbook collection. And so I don't have any like creative, healthy cooking, but I've been really feeling the need for that lately. All I have is historical cookbooks for Scotland in the 19th century, which is not really the same as a healthy habits cookbook. So I got 3 in the past 2 days, and one from Up Books, which was used, and 2 from Powell's Books, which were used, and I'm very excited. I've already read through one, and the other 2 I've looked through before buying, but one is Turkish, as I told Jim earlier, and one is British, Benjamina something. I think she's she's been on a TV show, and it's about different things that like you can bake for yourself depending on like a mood fixer-upper. And I was like, this is perfect. This is the cookbook I need right now, the baking book. So yeah, so 3 new cookbooks. Who knew? Kat agrees. Food's fascinating. And she says, I love food, but don't like to cook it. Yes. I like cooking. It's just I need to be excited about what I'm making. And when you're feeling low, it's hard to get excited. So that's why I haven't been cooking very well for myself. Jim says, Tasting History is a great YouTube channel about historical cooking. I think you've recommended this to me before because I visited it and I think I'm subscribed, but I never get their videos at the top of my feed, I think. But yeah, it looked very cool. Hey, Nicole just dropped in. Nicole's Bookish Nook, hitting the like button. Thank you. Welcome. So do we want a final 15-minute sprint? I may go back to reading. Let's see. Let me get my timer ready just in case. I did have a 15-minute in here that I had to skip. Didn't I? Yes. It's a witchy one, so we'll go with that. It's muted, so it won't be a problem. But we've got a little witchy theme, and this is a 15-minute timer from, I think it's HK Darkwood. Yes, cool. So that will be our background vibe. I'm going to change the layout. Stream here, it's making me scroll for it, which is silly. But yeah, I am going to keep going on the social media posts and hopefully finish out the Twitter for the week I'm gone. And then I will have, I think I've done Facebook, and I will have to figure out my Instagram plan. And then we'll be good. And then I can get on to, reserving where I'm going to sleep at night, because that's important. All right, so I'll mute myself and see you guys in 15 minutes. Good luck. Let me know what you're working on. this the end? Yes, I did. I caught it within 5 seconds, right? Everyone like my door? Let's admire the steampunk door here. So we were talking about pancakes, and yes, that was some new information. But then popped in to say I'm working with students off and on, so might just quietly lurk. Wanted to say hi and click the like button. Thank you. And Kat says I read one chapter in Grimm Legacy by Polly Schulman, which is a middle grade. And it has something to do with the Brothers Grimm, I assume, with that title. Yay! Yeah, I like that background too. It's a portal to adventure. I wonder if Portal Fantasy has its roots in folklore, because it's talking about going into a door. That's an interesting connection. I like it. All right. Yes, Mina's saying hello, and I need more food, so that's fine. What do we have going for the rest of the weekend? What did I do for that one? So I got one more tweet scheduled, and I think I found 3 more videos to make into tweets. I checked Facebook. I'm good for the rest of the trip. I checked Instagram. I only have 1 scheduled, so that'll be my next thing. Reels and posts. It's a little tricky with Instagram, and I hate it. I wish it was more straightforward. But that's what we're going to do. Before I do that, I'm going to take a little break for a little snack since it's 11:30 where I am. And, you know, that calls for 11s if you're a hobbit, which I do have in my background. So there we go. Yes, Brothers Grimm. Cool. I've got some romance. I've got some mystery. I'll probably... Oh, I've got a nonfiction to listen to. So, but I might turn to my house list as well. I've got 2 big packages to open, I should say, and a repairman to call. So, fun stuff. But yeah, looks like we had some fun. We got some stuff done. We got some reading read today and some work done. And yeah, that's the whole point. So thanks for being here with my first Friday productivity stream. I will be having my next stream maybe Sunday, right? My normal thing is Sundays and Wednesdays. But because of this readathon, I'm adding videos, and if I don't have time outside of that video, which is taking up a lot of bandwidth, then I may just drop like the normal time slots. But the special one coming up is going to be Monday evening, February 5th, and that is for the Black AuthorTuber Readathon. It's the debuts, so let me pop that in the chat. So I know 3, maybe 4 now, Black AuthorTubers who are debuting their books this year. So I kind of want to do some sort of like Bridgerton theme of like debutantes, but I don't know if my guests will go for that, Britt and Chandra. I will check in with them and ask them if it's okay or if it's like weird. But we do like the Bridgerton here, and there is a big debutante theme in season 1 anyway. So maybe we'll have some fun with that. They're coming out with their first books this year, which is very exciting. They've been AuthorTubers for much longer than the year, so they're oldies at that, old hands at that. But one is romance and one is nonfiction for writers. So if you're curious about either of those, come to my channel on Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's the next thing. And otherwise, you know, I'll just encourage people to read a book by a Black AuthorTuber this month to raise their profile. So that's my little PSA for that, the readathon. And yeah, everyone is busy this month, so I will take my exit gracefully. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for reading along with me and getting shit done along with me here at the channel. And yeah, if you're watching this on the replay for some reason, let us know what you're currently reading. And take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.